Okay, we're gonna give this a shot here. I've got the shroud pulled, the belt pulled with this little grub spreader tool that comes in the kit. And I also pulled the hood to give more access here. It comes off really easy. You get these two aluminum extrusion pieces that piece goes through, little hinge goes through, and they're just held on with gravity. But when you close it, they kind of get cammed in there and hold on, real easy to remove. Then you also got to remember to pull this air silencer hose off the side. So got this pulled off. The main compound shoulder bolt. We'll get rid of this washer for now. The way I held it was I got a spark plug socket that's just wedged in there between kind of the bottom of this shroud area and the tooth on the starter gear. So, and actually, when I'm doing this, I'm gonna have to move this. So let's see. Okay, that was easy. Alright, so I'm going to put this down, and let's, I guess we could go ahead and dump the water in here. First try, I think I'll get it. So they say to just... Okay, so that's full. So then the guys who did these videos showed that, and I think this is kind of universal for using Teflon tape, is you want to end up with your tail being dragged versus your tail being pushed into the threads. And I thought about this a little bit, and what I decided is it looked like they were just completely covering the threads. I'm gonna leave some bare threads so that I have a good feel for it getting started. And then the couple of videos that I watched, if they didn't get it on the first try, they said, hey, I ended up not putting enough on, so I really put a lot on. So I'm going to put on what I think is probably a lot more than I would if I were doing this to like a pipe fitting for holding in water. I think the idea is you just want it to get all boogered up. So that's... feels like a lot there. Still have my starting thread is alright, let's give that a try here. So this is a 21 millimeter, and let's see what we got here. Okay, so that threaded in nicely, and there we go. We got tight now. Let's see what happens. Whoa! There it is. That was it. Well, that is a pretty slick deal versus having to buy the tool. So the whole reason that we're in here, of course, is the reinforcement strands of the belt that blew up seem to have been Yeah, we pushed her back about half of the threads there. There was definitely something being caught up, and it was, well, you saw it. Oh, yeah, look at that. We're not real shiny here. It was definitely pushing on something, though. Ooh, there's some... I'm going to end up having to clean this out really well. There's a lot of garbage all piled up, but there's the mess that was left behind. Yeah, you can see there what really the main concern, I think, was that seal that's under there. I've never seen one of these before, so I don't know what exactly that seal looks like, if it's got a lot of surface area towards the outside or not. Ooh, it's wrapped tight, but so, oh, you know what? The seal is actually recessed. Let me grab a drink too. This there's a kind of a collar here that comes up, and it appears that the seal is pretty deep, and it doesn't look like it even got touched. It looks real healthy. There is some garbage that made it in there. Ooh, wait a second. Is this? Well, the seal material appears to be that kind of orange type. Maybe we did blow the seal. Oh, yeah, that doesn't seem to be looking healthy. I can't tell for sure. Okay, we're gonna have to get on the internet and do some more research, but there is that piece I pulled out here is kind of like a black stretchy rubber, and then down in there is some kind of, I don't know if it's an O-ring or what. Yeah, I can't tell. What exactly that is. That would kind of suck there, I think, if I had to replace that seal. Although it seemed a little bit oily, but it didn't seem to be. Oh, this whole thing, this whole piece here is the seal, isn't it? So here's your aluminum casting. You can see that Blanchard grind on there. And then this piece here is the seal, I believe. And I can't tell if... So this might end up having to go to a shop or something if that seal's bad, but I'll have to do some research and find out. What I can tell you is that there is a... It appears to be like a kind of a brown rubber piece that is just loose in there. Although I can't... So I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, that was a piece of cake to get at it. Now I just got to decide if the seal's bad, or if it's not, it's a matter of just putting it back on. I imagine just I'll soak out whatever's left of this water, get in there with some compressed air and clean it. This end here, looks fine. It appears that this mass of junk here spun with this, and that makes sense because it was was all tied up in this. Anyway, so that's that. That was a piece of cake. Now on to the next thing. Whether or not this seal is actually bad. If that's just like a supposedly or supposed to be a loose fitting kind of dust shroud and then the main seal. I don't know. I'll have to do some research, but there you go. Piece of cake. Here, I'll show you quick what I got set up. It's well better than a 45. And I just tipped it over and put the throttle side handlebar on my bench stool. And it's nice and secure that way. So